This is Nancy DiNino for Inside Fitness Magazine. We are here in Toronto, Ontario for the official release of the 2012 Hot and Fit Women. People have come from the East Coast and the West Coast to be here tonight to see these beautiful women of Hot and Fit. This is Nancy DiNino for Inside Fitness Magazine. We are here in Toronto, Ontario at the Hot and Fit party, and it doesn't seem that there's just hot and fit women, but there's hot and fit men like this Olympian here. He's a beach volleyball Olympian, Martin Reeder in the house. Thank you for coming out.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're here on behalf of your sponsors, I believe.
That is correct, yes. Here to support Kaizen.
Well, that's wonderful. You know, it's interesting because we're all athletes in our different respective sports. Beach volleyball, how does one train to become an Olympic beach volleyball player?
A lot of time. We spent a lot of time in the sand. We did a lot of work of explosive stuff in the gymnasium, and then just a lot of really sport-specific movements back in the sand with a lot of conditioning based towards our 12-second rest periods in our sport. So a lot of energy system training, a lot of high-intensity interval training in the sand, doing wind sprints and whatnot.
Well, and different to what the bodybuilding would be, they're training hard and heavy, but you obviously need to be agile, you need to be light on your feet, and of course have to have the stamina to endure the whole game.
For sure. Well, don't get us wrong, we do lift heavy, but very infrequently, very few reps. So what we wind up doing is lifting light and quick and then building up to that one single lift where it's really fast and really explosive, and then we get in the sand.
That is wonderful. Aside from a good-looking team, I'm sure that we have to talk about the nutritional aspect of it. How does one even prepare nutritionally for something like this?
You know what? I'd like to say that I live a macro-caloric diet. We train so much that it's more about recovery than it is anything. That being said, we always have really good calories putting into our body, so a lot of protein, a lot of good fats, and you know, carbohydrates timed with the right workouts. But definitely there's a process, but hit me with the calories. Need those calories.
Well, they sure look good on you, that's for sure, and I'm sure the women here at the Hot and Fit agree. One last question before we wrap up. Tell me about the experience going to the Olympics in 2010.
What an honor. It's been a childhood dream to go to the Olympics and represent my nation. So honestly, experience of a lifetime, but I have to say the biggest moment was actually qualifying for it. So we had a match here at Ashbridges Bay in Toronto against another Canadian team after winning a serious event. And that moment was when we qualified for the games. It was very precise. Our families were there. So that was, it made my life, you know, incredible having my family there to celebrate with me. And then the games itself was just an out-of-this-world experience. So many athletes, over 11,000 people in the village. Holy smokes, like just high performance stuff happening surrounded by I call them predators, the fiercest predators of the world. And you know, it was just an amazing energy and a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Well, what are you doing now? Are you still playing actively in the sport, and what's on your bucket list now?
Well, what I recently did was retire. I retired about a week and a half ago. I had a great opportunity training, taking my ideas and concepts that I've developed over the last 10 years, preparing for a world tour and the Olympics, and bringing that to the Shangri-La Hotel, actually, providing my services there for some high-end personal training. So really looking forward to that movement. It's called Strive, and yeah, a lot of great ideas coming from the athletic world to, you know, someone who works a regular day job.
Well, that's wonderful, because after retirement, that is really, we're charged with that responsibility to be able to inspire and educate others, and you're continuing to do so. So thank you very much for coming to the Hot and Fit, for representing Kaizen Nutrition, and we look forward to seeing more of you in 2013.
Right on, thank you.
This is Nancy DiNino for Inside Fitness Magazine.